Hey, yo, everybody. I recently had to give a presentation at work, and boy, was I nervous. Don't you make YouTube videos? And shouldn't it be easy for you? Boy, oh boy, there lies the problem. See, making YouTube videos and public speaking are two completely different monsters. When I'm making a YouTube video, I can cut the scene and retake a scene. But when I'm giving a presentation or giving a speech, I cannot do that because first impression is the last impression when you're presenting. So here are three things that help me calm down when I'm trying to present something or give a speech. Let's get into it. First one is be prepared. There is not much I can say about being prepared. If you are not prepared, if you try to go and wing something at an important event, you're going to jumble up and mumble up. I love to give speeches where I don't have to take a whole-fledged speech because I only try to give speeches that on the things that I'm passionate about. So be prepared. At least write some bullet points that you want to speak about. And if you're giving a presentation, there is a add notes section. So make notes in that. And if you have two monitors, well, you're lucky because you can read the notes and give the presentation at the same time. And another thing that would really help you out when you're giving a presentation would be adding visuals. So if you have a presentation and if you add visuals, it actually makes it easier for the audience to process the things you're saying. My second point is speak your heart out. So if you're planning to go for a speech or a presentation, make sure that you know the subject and you're passionate about it. So if I was to go and give a speech on bikes, I would flunk it because I don't know much about bikes. But if I was to give a speech about Formula One cars, well, that's where I would give a speech with full passion because I'm really interested in Formula One cars rather than bikes where I don't even know anything. I would just be Googling stuff and presenting facts. So give speeches and presentations on the things that you are motivated about. Because if you're not motivated about it, the audience will know. As simple as that. Now my third point is something that I suffer with every time. Before I go on a stage or before I go on to a live meeting where I have to present something, is being nervous and anxious. Being nervous is natural, but if you give a lot of speeches, hundreds and hundreds of speeches, you won't be nervous. But I don't have that much opportunity, and maybe you might not as well. You might have to present once in a month or twice in a month, which doesn't give you the opportunity to get that nervousness out of yourself. So if you're nervous, there's one thing I always remember. Don't give a shit about what people think. As simple as that. Don't give two shits about what people think. You're there to present your ideas and they're the audience. Do your best on presenting your ideas to them and let them be the judge. You don't have to judge for them. You don't have to think that they're going to judge me this way or they're going to give two shits about it. Maybe they might even forget what you presented after 2 minutes. So it doesn't even matter, does it? So be yourself and don't worry about what the people in the audience think. Now this is a bonus point for you. I always feel like taking a leak when I have to give a presentation. So what I do is use the washroom right before my meeting begins or my speech begins. That way I don't feel like using the washroom when I'm giving the presentation. If I were to summarize it, it would be prepared, that you are willing to show that you're passionate about the subject, and don't feel like other people are going to judge you for what you're going to present. And the bonus tip, of course, take a leak before giving a presentation or a speech. Alright, those are my tips for public speaking. If you got some value out of it, make sure to lick the like button. Yes, I said lick. You don't know what people are into these days, am I right? Alright, that's it from me. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Be prepared. See, the first thing is be prepared. I love to make speeches. The first thing is be prepared. I love to make speeches that I go off. See, first thing